The Bitcoin price has literally never done this before. We just hit a new all-time high again. Bitcoin is on track to make the highest weekly close ever tonight. And while both XRP and Cardano have been featured in the New York Times today, watch today's whole video. The reason crypto continues to rally, one of them, is the anticipation of the market structure bill we've been waiting for over 15 years in crypto's existence, coming to a head this week, as tweeted out by Bo Hines, who's the executive director on Trump's advisors for digital assets. He says, huge week ahead. It's crypto week in the house. And if you're invested in cryptocurrency, this is a big deal because number one, the Genius Act, which is the Stablecoin Act, which was already passed by Congress, heads to the president's desk this week. The Clarity Act, which is the market structure bill, this provides basic definitions for crypto, regulates the crypto market, allows big money to finally feel comfortable investing because right now it's unregulated. This will change that.
Currently, there is no federal framework for digital assets. The SEC and the CFTC do not have clear jurisdictional boundaries over digital assets, leaving investors, entrepreneurs in a state of uncertainty and often discouraging innovation here in the United States.
So think about what's about to change.
Our bill establishes a clear, codified exemption pathway for digital commodity projects to raise capital, support secondary market trading of these assets, enables SEC-registered entities to participate in digital commodity markets, and much more.
All this coming to a head this week, meaning it's time to make America the crypto capital of the world. And for those people saying that the market structure bill with the stablecoin bill will have a bigger impact than what the Bitcoin ETF approvals did for Bitcoin, and that had a huge impact. I mean, even just this last week, the US Bitcoin ETFs bought over 23,000 Bitcoin this last week. Only 3,150 were mined, meaning these Bitcoin ETFs are soaking up all the available Bitcoin, forcing price up, that is pushing price up. This will be much bigger, in my opinion, because right now, big money doesn't even feel comfortable investing in Ethereum, the second safest one, because Ethereum has not been regulated as either a security or a commodity yet. I mean, this clip is over 2 years old now, but we are still here regulatory-wise. This is Gary Gensler, the SEC chair at the time. When asked by Congress, he could not say if Ethereum is or isn't a security. I mean, it's pretty obvious it's a commodity, but that hasn't been written yet, even though it's pretty obvious. This is what the market structure bill is doing, finally. And it's not until we get those basic definitions that big money can invest in Ethereum or others, because right now nobody wants to get fired. Listen to the confusion we had 2 years ago, which is clearing up, but this is what we're changing.
How would you categorize Ether then?
Look, I think that the general sweep of what Congress did, not just in the 30s, but as amended.
I'm asking you, sitting in your chair now, to make an assessment under the laws as exist. Is Ether a commodity or a security?
Without speaking to anyone.
I know you've repeatedly said you're not going to speak to one, except you've spoken to one, Bitcoin. So I'm asking you to speak to a second one, the second largest market cap here.
And speaking to the tokens, there's 10 to 12,000. If there's a group of entrepreneurs in the middle,
asking about one.
The public is anticipating a profit based on the...
I'm asking you a specific question, Chair Gensler. I said this in private. This should be no shock to you. I'm asking this question. Is Ether a commodity or a security?
And again, it depends on the facts and the law, and if there's a group of individuals...
I'm asking you about the facts and the law sitting in your seat and the judgment you are making.
And so, Mr. Chair, I think you would not want me to prejudge because I'm also...
But you have prejudged on this. You've taken 50 enforcement actions. We're finding out as we go, as you file suit, as people get Wells notices on what is a security in your view, in your agency's view. I'm asking you a very simple question about the second largest digital asset. What is your view?
And my view is if there's a group of individuals in the middle that the public is
anticipating... All right, so let me just ask a second question then. Do you think it serves the market for an object to be viewed by the commodities regulator as a commodity and the securities regulator to be viewed as a security? Do you think that provides safety and soundness for the product? Do you think it provides consumer protection? Do you think it serves the value of innovation? I think no should be a very simple answer for you here.
I think
that uncertainty is bad, is it not?
And I think that Congress has said that there's one agency, the Securities and Exchange Commission, under this committee.
And you won't answer my question, and you're the head of that agency. So give me a break. Come on.
I'm answering it in the generic because you would not want me to speak about any one set of facts and circumstance.
Okay, but you've already spoken. Have you said anything about Bitcoin?
My predecessors and the agency itself has spoken to them.
Okay,
yes.
but you're not willing to do the same about Ether. Okay, so let me just step back. There's a lack of clarity.
Again, everything is about to change, just like everything changed with Bitcoin being regulated for the first time ever. This is the week. And good morning, Amazon. Have a great day. Bitcoin's about to surpass you. So these are the largest assets or companies on Earth by market cap. Gold has a $22 trillion market cap. NVIDIA is at $4 trillion. It's the most valuable company on Earth in the United States, like Microsoft, like Apple, like Amazon. And Bitcoin is at $2.362 trillion, about to surpass Amazon at $2.388 trillion. Now let's remember, Bitcoin is not competing with Amazon. Bitcoin's use case is gold. Bitcoin is digital gold. I think it's a better gold. It's easier to transport, it's more portable, it's more divisible, it's actually scarce. Gold has a perceived scarcity. We're not really sure how much gold there is on space, under the ground on Earth. Bitcoin has mathematical scarcity. So in my opinion, it's undervalued. It's at least as valuable as gold. I think it will get there in the next 5 to 7 years. But should it be as valuable as Amazon? I think the haters, they're not haters, but they question this. They would say, Amazon's a real business. It's global. It has revenue. It has cash flow. I can more understand the value of that. This actually makes me nervous that Bitcoin is just as valuable as Amazon because Amazon actually has revenue and I see them growing. Should this be? Well, I liked this. I don't own Bitcoin because it has no cash flow. This is about a 3-minute clip. I want to play you a piece of this. Bitcoin has no cash flow, and that's okay.
I don't own Bitcoin because it has no cash flow. This is something that stumps many intelligent people still to this day. In fact, this idea is part of what made me skeptical of Bitcoin the moment I heard about it for the first time. How can this digital rock be valuable? It's a very deep question, and let's start with this concept of cash flow to first understand why this digital rock is actually valuable today. Bonds provide you with safe, consistent cash flows, but if you were offered a bond or a contract for a future amount of dollars and it paid $1 per year for the next 7 years, would you buy it for $100? Of course not. You'd end up spending $100 today to receive only $7 total over the next 7 years. You'd lose 7 years and $93. That's a terrible deal. Another way to look at this is real estate. Would you pay $500,000 today to buy a property that earns you $20,000 a year for the next 4 years, $2,000 per year starting in 2028, and $200 per year starting in 2032? Of course not. You'd never get back the original $500,000, and the cash flows are nice, but the total value of your asset and its cash flows is shrinking relative to just holding cash. So what's my point here?
So this is a great video, and he's about to explain his point, but just to make sure everybody's clued in, he's saying that yes, real estate looks good because you buy a home for maybe $0.5 million, $500,000, and every year you get 4% on that because real estate is growing in value in USD, in fiat terms. But if fiat dollars are losing value, yes, you're getting more of those dollars, but you're not getting wealthier, not when you price things in Bitcoin. So yes, Bitcoin has no cash flow, but overall value is growing much faster.
Bad money has tricked many people into perpetually chasing cash flows. And they're buying these cash flows at any price or any valuation. So yes, when money is dying, of course you have no choice but to keep buying a variety of assets at any price, because you know you just can't hold dollars when the supply of dollars is growing at 7% or more per year. And the US government continues to run trillion-dollar annual deficits. But thinking back to the bond and real estate examples of shrinking cash flows, that's exactly what's happening when you upgrade your money to Bitcoin and analyze your finances through the lens of good money. For bonds, you are literally buying contracts for 100 BTC that historically only pay you back 7 BTC. And you are buying real estate for 100 BTC and you're only receiving back maybe 20 BTC over many, many years. So yes, you are correct that Bitcoin in cold storage has no cash flow, but that is because Bitcoin is just good money. Bitcoin is immutably perfectly scarce, portable, durable, divisible, and fungible. All other monetary tools are less scarce and aren't any better on the other monetary properties as well. This makes it clear that Bitcoin is objectively the best money, and people are buying and holding it because they recognize holding wealth outside of Bitcoin at today's valuations for the cash flowing assets makes no sense.
Now, while today's video is more about Bitcoin and the overall crypto market, big week ahead, yesterday's video, we talked about 5 specific altcoins. That's the beauty of this channel. Bitcoin, altcoins, you stay informed about everything. Like always, see you tomorrow.